Today we will learn for Java interview question. We will learn most asked interview question in 2024 and 2025. Let's go with our first question. What is a functional interface in Java? Basically, functional interface is one of the main concepts in Java and introduced in Java 8. So it is most asked interview question, and we'll go with theoretical like a functional interface is a Java interface that's exactly one method in an interface. It is used to facilitate functional programming by representing and passing the behavior or as a parameter. Okay, then functional interface are often to use with the lambda expression and method reference. Annotating with the functional interface with functional interface help help to validate the requirement and several as a document server as documents. Java provides the predefined functional interface in the Java util function package, and they are widely used in the Stream API for performing the functional style operation on collection. Using functional interface allow for the code reusability, modularity, and separation of the concern. Let's go with our next question. Our next question is what is the singleton class in Java? Singleton class is most important concept. It's also one of the most important concept in the object-oriented programming language. A Java singleton class is a class that can have only one object. You can only create only one object of the class. That's why it's called as a singleton class. After the first time if we try to create the instance of that class, the new variable also pointed to the first instance creation. Remember the key point of the how to create the singleton class. Make the constructor private. Write the static method that has the return type object of the singleton class. Here the concept of the lazy initialization is used to write the static method. Let's go with the what is the purpose of the singleton class. The primary purpose of the singleton class is the restricted the limitation of the number of the object creation to only one. This often ensure that there the access control to reuse resource, for the example socket or database connection. Memory space wastage does not occur with the use of the singleton class because it restricts to instance creation. As the object creation will take place only once instance of a creation, it is each time a new suggestion more new request is made. Let's go with our third question. What is the interface in Java? Interface, as you know, interface is also most important question, and many question asked on that part. So we will learn step by step. Okay. In the first session, we will introduce the important concept, and next we will go with the deep. We'll make the video on one interface and Stream API, microservices, singleton class in deeply. Okay, so let's go with the overall concept. Interface are a way to achieve the abstraction in Java. Ab- Interface are collection of the abstraction method and constant. Class implementation interface by provide implementation of the abstraction method. In Java 8, interface can have a default and static method. Can extend the other interface. Interface can be used with as a marker interface. Interface can be functional interface with the single abstract method. In short, interfaces are a powerful tool that can be used to achieve the abstraction, polymorphism, and multiple inheritance using the interface. If you go with the class, be you cannot be create a polymorphism using the class. You want to sorry If you want to achieve the multiple inheritance in the Java, you need to use the interface in Java. Because of using the class, you cannot achieve the inheritance in Java. Here are the some of the key concept of the using the interface in Java. Abstraction. Interface allow you to abstract away the implementation detail of the class, making it easy to use and understand. Polymorphism. Interface allow you to use the polymorphism, which means that you can create different objects of the different type of the same way. Multiple inheritance is our next point. Interface allow you to achieve the multiple inheritance, which means that a class can be inherited from the multiple inheritance. Okay, go with the our fifth question. What is the difference between abstract class and interface? Both are the used to achieve the abstraction in Java. So we'll see what is the difference between the interface and abstraction. Abstraction class are similar to the regular class, but they can contain abstract method, which are method that do not have an implementation. This means that may abstract class contain cannot be instead you cannot create the instance of the abstract class, but they can be extended by the other class. Abstract class are often used to provide the base class of the other class or to be define a common interface that multiple class can be implemented. Okay, do you understand? We'll go with the interface. Interface are the special type of the class that only contain abstract method and constant. In interface cannot be initiated, but they can be implemented by the other class. You cannot initiate the interface, but you can implement the interface. Interface are so often to use to define the constructor constraint that different class must be agree to follow. This can be useful for the ensure that in different class can be interact with each other in a consistent way. Do you understand? We'll go with our next question. Here also one of the important question in the Java. What is the marker interface? The interface in Java provide a way to achieve the abstraction, encapsulation, and polymorphism. They are allow for loose coupling between the component and facilitate code reusability and modularity. Interfaces are exactly extensively used in Java API and framework, enabling the developer to define and implement the different behavior while adhering the to a common constant contract. Okay, we'll know about what is my marker interface. Marker interface is a Java are used to adding metadata or indicating the special characteristic to the classes at the runtime. They are enable conditional behavior interaction with the framework and several as a form of the documentation. Marker interface provide the flexibility, extensibility, and complete compile time validation in the certain cases. They are lightweighted and offer a way to enhance the code reusability and communication interaction intent. Our next question is what is the static keyword? Static keyword is one of the important part in the Java. You have to deep knowledge about it. Okay, we'll go with the basic theory. In Java, static keyword is used to define the member, variable, method that belong to the class itself rather than to instance of the class. It has the following implementation. Static keyword you can use with the variable, you can use with the method, you can also create the static block. So first we will go with the variable. What happen if you go with the variable? If you use with the variable, a static keyword, a static variable, also known as the class variable, is shared among the all the instances of the class. It is initialized only once when the class is loaded into the memory and remain the same for the all the instances. Static variables are declared within the static with the static keyword and can be accessed using the class name. If you declare the static keyword, the you can access you don't need to create the instance of the class. You can directly access with the class name. Okay. Then next we'll see what is the static method. A static method is belong to the class itself and can be invoked without creation and instance of the class. Static methods are useful for the utility helper method that do not rely on instance specific data. They can only directly access static variable or other static method. Okay, static method can access the static variables directly. They don't need to create any instance. Okay, we'll see what is a static block. A static block is a block of the code enclosed in the curly braces and present preceded by the static keyword. It is used to initialize static variable for performing the other one time operation when the class is loaded. Okay, static blocks are executed before the executing any instance method or the creation of any instance. Okay, the static keyword is a basically is a you can say is a one of the like block. Sorry, static block is a, you can say is a part of the class. If you your method is called, your class is closed that time before the static method call before the instance method or instance variable call, the static block will execute in primary basis. Okay. Okay, thank you. We'll see the next question in our next session.